Hello YouTube people, and in this video it's going back to the DAB radio adapter. If you remember, I left the wires not hidden. Well, what's arrived is what we see here, which converts 12 volts down to 5, which means now we have two, not one, but two USBs. One for the DAB adapter, and I've got a spare one if I ever get a dash cam. It'll just plug straight in. All the wires will be there. So today, or in this video, I need to tap into the wiring loom which I made, or I should say, which I tapped into last week. So if I just draw your attention, and I'm just going to go down here, what we have here is the radio takes 15 amps. So whatever I tap into has to have a weighting of 15 amps. So I've got an inline fuse here. You can just see here, goes in, goes through the fuse. But anything I connect, anything you ever connect to a car, it must be fused, just in case something goes wrong. So I've just drawn, for the likes of YouTube, this was the power which I tapped into last week. So what we have here now is a Bluetooth hands-free on this line, and the Volvo set, which you can see here. And I broke into using a female and a male connector. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come out to here, and I'm going to make another wire, which is going to connect into there. But what it will do is it'll connect into the set, and it will also connect into this Bluetooth, or I should say not Bluetooth, I'm wrong, but this USB. But it must be fused, and I'm surprised it's come through with no fuse, or no fuse, inline fuse. I've got a number of options. I can use this type of fuse, or which I've dug out, this type of fuse, which I prefer because it's quite small. However, I don't have a 15 amp in there, so I'm not going to use it. But I've dug it out because this is for my MG, and it's red. My MG is damask red, and this is going to fit in. However, I'm thinking, and I'm in two minds, you can buy this in black, and I might actually fit this instead of the cigarette lighter, but I would have this as this will take place in where the cigarette lighter is now. I would like your views on this. Do you think it's worth it, or do I still just go down to the adapter, which you just plug in? But I honestly think this looks better. You can see I've got a short cable that would sit into the holder where my iPhone would sit, and then I would have another cable for anybody who would like to charge their phone. And I do actually like that. It's slightly larger, and I would have to drill, and I'm going to have a look when I do fit it this afternoon, that it would actually fit the depth. There's no good buying this and finding that you can't actually fit it in there because you've got the tunnel of the gearbox, or the rails really, because it's front wheel drive. So going back to what we were saying before, these are the tools which I'm using: pointy nose pliers, cutters. I've got proper crimps for the colours of the connectors, pair of scissors, and what I've done just to begin with is starting to bear, and you can see how thin the cabling is. It's like bell wire, what you would use on a bell. So it doesn't take much power. It says that it can take a maximum of 3 amps, and that would be for charging. However, it's going to be dedicated to one item. And I've read the information, and it's basically, if you connect 2, you would have half of 3, which is 1.5. So you would have 1.5 going through one, and 1.5 going through the other, which I think is sufficient for a DAB radio and maybe a dash cam. So it's something which to bear in mind. I'm trying to future-proof in the future that I might actually get a dash cam, and it would be so easy just to plug it in and no more wires. So I'm going to make the loom now. And again, I always say, wish me luck. The first thing I must do when I do get the car, I must update and make sure that all the updates have been applied to the module or adapter, whatever you want to call it. So the first thing I'll be doing is I've got to connect a Windows laptop, and I've got to check on the version I have. And I think the latest version is 2.2, I believe. Okay, wish me luck. Bye for now. First point, update the module. Second is to wire it, and hopefully it will work. Okay, and before I do fit and tidy all the wires, which you can see there, what I'm going to do is to update it. So if I just flick through, actually I need to press the home button, and digital radio, Bluetooth, settings. Go to settings, and I need to go to about. And as you can see, the version what we have here is version 1.10. I know from the internet that there's a version 2.2, so I'm going to have a go at downloading that to the laptop and then uploading it to the module. And I've been told the aerial, and how I do that is by connecting to the USB. So wish me luck. Again, it's the first time, but before I connect and hide all the wires, I want the latest update. And as we all know, everybody loves an update. Okay, getting close now. We have the software release notes, and we have the Highway 400 version 2.2, which I need to download. I'm going to download it to my desktop, and then I'm going to take it from there. Well, there's lots of information there. Well, I'm looking at 2.2. We are at 1.10, but no information. Still worth an update. Well, it's doing its thing. We're up to 27%. And let's 34, 35. Fingers crossed. Found one device. I'm just going to let it do its business. Right. Again, as I always say, wish me luck. Well, it looks like it's successfully updated, and now, well, what we have here, version 2.6 release, 450 release. However, it is updated. So just let me disconnect. As you can see, it's updating weight 14%, 15%, and that's coming from the aerial. So I've updated to the aerial, and now it's sending it to the module. It's gone blank, but if you have a look there, it's up to 20%. So fingers crossed, and I always say, wish me luck. First time, before I actually install the wiring, I just want to make sure that it's all updated. And it looks like it's going to update, fingers crossed. Brilliant. It's been upgraded or updated to version 2.2 as promised, and now I'm going to reset the system. Wish me luck with the update. One of the things I've noticed, if you look there, I have Kiss Story, but if I go to Jazz FM tuning, I'm not allowed to play the music for copyright issues, but now I have that on the display. So that's one improvement. If I go back and I just go to, let's say, hits, let's just try that. It's tuning now. And if I go down, and again, we've got hits. So, you know, whatever the upgrade is for the aerial and for the module, I think it's actually a worthy upgrade. People might find that it's pointless. However, an upgrade or an update is always welcome in my household. Okay, bye for now, and now we're going to tidy up the cables and reconnect and try and hide them. That is the next job. Again, all electrical work, disconnect. Anything you touch must disconnect the battery. Just for safety reasons. See, I'm just looking now, and you can see that's just plugged in there. USB to USB. I'm thinking of maybe mounting it there, just there, I've looked at the cigarette lighter, and it seems to be, I know I'm going to have to drill out the hole. However, I think it'll be too close for the gear stick. So I'm going to leave it like that. I think it's best. I think if I start messing about with it, I think I might actually destroy this part here. So I'm going to leave it there, because again, it is bigger, and I think it would destroy the gator. So all I'm doing now, I'm going to pull the set out and then just reconnect. But I'm just, one step at a time. It's a long lead, but this can be all tied together and taped together. And as I said before, if I ever get a dash cam, there's a spare USB. So it's just trying to future-proof what goes into the loom itself. As you can see, those unused wires from last week. So I just need to pull the set out and just connect and see if it works. What I like about Volvo is you just press in those tabs, you just pull out straight away. You don't have to mess on with pins. It's just a pull out. As you can see, I've put the car in a second. That will clear the gator. And what I'll do is put the cloth over there so I don't actually scratch part of there. Again, it's just trying to minimize any damage. Okay, as you can see, we're back to the wiring again, which again I'm going to have to undo. Bit of a shame. Need to undo that one again. What a shame. Anyway, however, I think this will be the last time I go into it, and I'll just make sure it's tidy before it goes back in again. So I just need to undo that loom what I did last week, and then tap into it using the cable I made, and which you saw me do at the kitchen table. Do you see the mistake? What I should have done, I thought it was spades on one part, but it's not. It is for female spades, and it's not. It's male spades. So what I need to do now is put male spades on there, and then that's it. That's all I need to do. I made things too complicated, but I just couldn't remember how I wired it up. So that's the reason why you should actually take out the set before you start making drawings. But as you can see, they don't fit together, and what I need to do is get two male spades, which I'm going to do now, and then we'll be in business. As you can see, this is the cable here. The wires are so thin, the bell, like what you would use for a doorbell. So what I'm trying to do is to make sure that I'm going to try and strengthen so there's no tension on those cables. It's all connected, but I'm just going to tie it up in such a way that if a cable is pulled for some reason, pulling out or pushing back in, whatever it is for this set, it's not going to pull at the wire and actually snap them. So I'm just making sure that everything is ultra safe. I'm going to tape it up. I'm going to actually use the old-fashioned Ford loom tape, which is just double, black electrician's tape. So I'm just going to keep going and then just tape it all up and then put it back together. So it's going to take some time. It's all wrapped up, as you can see. It's nice and secure. That's going nowhere. It's all taped up. All I need to do now is just to connect. You can just see there, starting to come in. It's dusk. I don't know what time it is. However, it's all nice. It's all secure. I'll double check in there. Make sure it can all go back. And let's get it fitted and let's get the power back on. Okay. Quite a bit has gone on since the set's back in again. The loom is all tidy, and as you can see, I'm just tidying this. This is the USB. I've got my torch and it's coming in late, but what I've done is I've just taped it together. That's one USB connected, and as I said before, if I ever get a dash cam, I'll just be able to pull it out and connect it there. But you can see there, it's double USB. All I need to do now is just make sure that I tape it together and it can't come out with the car rattling over bumps. So I'm just putting it together, and as you can see, there's not much left now. Just need to make sure it's tidy and it's secure. I've secured there as well. It's all secure, and I just need to tidy that and then tuck it under and then stick it down. Okay, wish me luck. As I always secure, all I need to do now is to put the trim panel back on again. The panel will actually keep that in place with the carpet, and you can see the line as where the carpet sits. So that will be all become secure. So up to now, good. I've got no power yet, but I'm just going to put it all back together, and hopefully it should work. Not a cable in sight. Not a cable in sight. Even if you just look down, not a cable. It's amazing what those panels can hide. Right, what I need to do now, and I'm sure if you've guessed what I need to do, is connect the battery. Now I wonder if I can do this with one hand. I can, but what I can't do is actually tighten it up. So back in a minute. As you can see, it's working. You can see there I've just put the cord into the unit and it's working. Can't play any music because of copyright, but you can just see in the dark, if I just do that, actually the controls glow. So I'm pleased with that. I just need to put some equipment away now. But if you like it, like, share, subscribe. But you can see there in this video I've updated the Pure Highway 400 and I've actually installed, well, a power converter, which means I can actually use the cigarette lighter or the whatever you want to call it nowadays, but I've got a charger for that, and I can charge my iPhone. So anyway, I'm pleased with the job. It works. It was long, as you can see. It's dark at the moment, but it's nearly dark. However, it's all safe. It's secure. It took a bit longer, and the reason why it's taken longer is making this video. So I'm just making sure this will work. And yeah, you can see the light there flashing, and you've just heard my phone connect to Bluetooth. So it's all working, and I'm happy with that. Okay, bye for now.